Is it me and my family only, whereby when I was young, I would say that when I grow up, I want to buy the latest Lamborghini, in this case, Lamborghini Urus. And they will say that, wait until you grow up and you see the reality of it. Is it me only? But what if I have a different mindset? What if I'll actually buy that Lamborghini? What if I see the world from a different lens? That's the other reason, same applies. Where people are seeing Zimbabwe's economy going down, they say everything is declining. But what if there is that other side that is going up? Because there's a certain story in a certain book called the Bible, whereby there was a king called Saul, and there was a young man called David who was to be king. As Saul's reigning was declining, David was rising. So whenever something is declining, there is something that is rising. So in this scope of economy, whereby you're seeing Zimbabwe's economy going down, there are markets that are rising. But the real question is, what is rising? What is going up? So that you become part of it and you get to enjoy and get to become who you are. Here's a disclaimer. Just because the market is growing, that doesn't mean that if you start your business, it will prosper. There are so many things that are considered when running a business, more than just being part of a market that is growing. In Zimbabwe, it is undeniable that there is someone who loves eating sadza in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Not because they lack, but that's what they like. And it is also evident that there are people who love eating a lot. It is also evident that people love to eat fruits. It is also evident that people want cucumbers, want tomatoes, want onions. And it is also evident that Zimbabwe is one of the greatest exporters of things that are made from agriculture to outside countries. The agriculture market was always rising and will continue to rise. On the first thing or on the first note of business that you should try the agriculture market. But let me warn you, let me be honest with you. If you start doing agriculture, it might take you 2 to 3 years before you start returning your profit. So if you are to start it, just know what you're getting into. But the moment it starts heating up, you have reached the main goal, my friend.
If you're in the age range of 16 to 24 years of age, you'll notice that there's a trend that is happening. People are in love with necklaces, people are in love with jewelry, people are in love with watches, people are in love with bangles. If
These
you're
are
someone,
diamonds.
take time, see the market,
150 for the
meditate on
diamonds.
it, do a
What's
research,
written?
and if it's good for you, start your business, because that market is growing so fast. So if you're someone who's interested in the market, sit down, do research on it, then look for what you have to know, understand how the business works, then start something around it, because its return on investment is 1 year. By return on investment, I mean that the moment you start getting the money that you put in your business, suppose you put 500, the moment you have covered all that 500 that you have invested, it might be 1 year, at most maybe 1.5 years. So do research on it, because that market is truly growing. So consider getting into that market. We also have the transport market. The transport market is amazing. It is the third one on the growing markets that are in Zimbabwe. I have an experience that I want to share. I once started last year, I once started a delivery company, and it was called Sport Delivery. What I would do is that I had friends that had small businesses. I would go to them and tell them that, tell your customers that you can add delivery to your service. And after telling them, then some customers would want delivery, some of them wouldn't want. But I was getting some sales. It was amazing. It was nice. So the industry is good. It just needs someone who has consistency, and someone who has some capital, and someone who has the endurance. Because I'm telling you, running a business sometimes it might be weary. Sometimes you feel so tired. Sometimes you don't even want to do it. Be it any business that you're doing, or I can say anything that you're doing. Sometimes it can be so boring. Even YouTube, it can be so boring. Posting videos, creating content, and stuff like that. But just endure. Just be consistent. Remember, we are heading to the main goal, which is financial freedom. So try the transport industry. I wouldn't know much about what is not delivery business, because me myself, I've been invested in delivery business. But do research. Let me tell you something. The best entrepreneur is one who does research. So do research about the market. But I'm telling you, it is really, really, really growing and it has a lot of money. So consider starting a business in that market. This one, people have already started flooding the market. People are now flooding the market. This one is the clothing industry. But you know what? One thing about business is that it's not about how many people are doing it. It's not about how many businesses have opened the same idea, but it's about how you're doing your own thing. You might have a cutting edge whereby you can start getting your own customers. But the clothing industry, the reason why I didn't put it on first is because people have already foreseen that it's growing and it's rising because people are wearing clothes. I'm telling you, it's now coming from just wearing so that you can cover your body to wearing so that you can put out style, so that you can put out a culture. There are people selling drip, there are runners, there are people selling classic wear. So the clothes market is something that you can sit down, do research on it, and see if you can find your cutting edges, you can find your customers, find some few friends that you can sell your clothes to. Yeah, and start a business around that. Well, the last one, it's quite scary. You can be skeptical about entering that market, but it's really growing. Not only in Zimbabwe, but all around the world. And people have foreseen it, especially in parts of South Africa. Almost everyone in South Africa has joined this market. The last growing market that you can enter is Forex trading. Wait, before you start saying that it's a scam, it's all that, I'm not trying to defend it, but I'm just telling you the truth. Remember, if you watch my first video that I told you, I'm not a motivational speaker, but I'm just here to tell you the truth. And after all, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman. You don't listen to what people say. You just take advice and do what you want. The Forex market is growing, but do not enter until you have mastered what needs to be mastered, which I don't really know much about, but research about it, get to learn, get to understand about it. If you enter that market has been growing since 1998, since 1996, 2000, 2007, 2016. Every year it's always growing. And one thing about the Forex market is that there is no going down or going up, because when something is going down, you're getting money. When it is going up, you're also getting money. So consider this market. It is one of the fastest growing market that you can enter into. And a tip on business: when you start a business, you find out there is that excitement that a lot of people start buying your things. But don't be blinded by those things, because when you start a business, some people are buying you for support. So don't be blinded that when you see people buying you things for support, you start living that lifestyle. Don't get there too quick, guys. We'll get there. We are going to be driving any car, anything, we'll get there. But just take it slowly. Be consistent, be patient, and you manifest that main goal. You achieve that main goal. You reach that financial freedom. You rewrite the history of your family. I'm out.